Hello everybody, this is Sonya. Now, I'm in Australia and I'm trying to tidy my room. And when I say trying, that is the ultimate word, because it's not going to be an easy task, because to be honest with you, it is just bad all over, okay? Anyway, if you've watched the other video, you'll see that I've actually added to this pile instead of taking it away. I started putting things into boxes and containers, and I was on YouTube yesterday and I watched Gail Agostinelli and how she set up her craft room. Well, she's got a craft room about 6 times as big as mine, but the idea was, around her area where she works, she's got what she needs, and then over in the other part of the room she's got her supplies, you know, like extra things. So I want to try and do that. I want to try and put things like a bit of everything, you know, just like a small amount of everything here near me, and the rest of it on the shelves behind me, or because I can reach the shelves beside me either side. I can reach the front here, and I have one of those carts, but I've got it out in the lounge room that you put your stuff on, but I find that really hard to get into all the time, so I'm decided I'd leave it out there with stuff on it that if I want to go out there and do anything, you know, while I'm watching telly or whatever. But I don't really do a lot out there, so, but I just want to try and see if I can do that. So if you want to stick with me, well, that's really good. I appreciate that, because I feel I'm not alone. I have got so much stuff spread out. Jeremy said to me a while ago, "You got nothing left in your shelves." Well, it's not quite that bad, but I have got taken down so much stuff and fiddled in it and just left it down, and that's just what I've ended up with. So I've decided, right, this is what we're going to do. I have the basket of laces and things like these trims. I'm going to keep that. I'm going to get that, fix that up, put maybe a little bit more in it. I don't know if I'd change it to a smaller container. I'm thinking about that. And then the rest of it's going to go in a box and be kept over. I'm waving my engine. Can be kept over in the shelves. Okay. I hope that this is going to work. I'm going to try my best, but I love every piece of this, and I'm going to say to myself, oh gee, I'm going to need that, I'm going to need that, I'm going to need that. I have put in this one here some doilies, you know, so I can just put these over here next to me. And I have a few more bits on the table here that I'm looking at now that I'm thinking that I'm going to still keep too. This is a really, really old piece of crochet. But the doily bits, well, I've got a bit more here. I don't know if I'm out far enough. We better go out further. I have to go up a bit higher so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I might just put a few more bits of doily in here, and then this one can be actually considered done for being close here next to me, eh? This one here is really, really long, isn't it? This is it's a piece of trim actually, isn't it? Because I have a box for that. I allocated a box to put trim in, because I took this lace out of the lace one because it's actually more of a trim. That's sort of a ribbon, but we're gonna work our way to that, whether we want to put we might have a box with ribbons in, eh? So we can just have some ribbons about to, and that could be this one, because I don't use a lot of ribbon, do I? So that can go in there. That was easy. Okay. So this is what I'm going to do, right? So whatever I've got left over from these here, I'm going to put in the boxes and put them over the other side. Do you think that's a good idea? I hope so. And I've got the light shining in that. Sorry about that. What I can do about the light. Anyway, so this is what we're going to try and do. So I want to really get into this part here today and try and get as much of that done as I can. So here I go. Like I said, if you feel like you want to not do this with me, well, that's fair enough. I can understand that. It's just too tricky, isn't it? Okay, so I've got that there. Now I'm going to cut a piece off this. I don't need all this here, do I? I don't need to have all this with me, because in a lot of cases I can just say to myself, well, I've probably got more over there, but, you know, will I use this much? This is, you know, this is the thing, you see. I will use a bit because it's really nice, isn't it? I really do like that. I don't know where I got it from. Oh well, that can go, is that lace? This here's lace, so I can roll it up and put it in the lace one. This is going to be a really big job, people, because you've got no idea how much is behind me and beside me. It's just everywhere. It's all mixed up together and it's a terrible mess. I'm ashamed of myself. I kept on saying, well, see, my daughter was coming and helping me every once a month, and then she started work, so I couldn't really ask her to do that anymore. Pieces like that could go in the doily bit, couldn't it? Is that a bit of doily bit? I suppose it is. I just don't want to muck this up. And every little piece to me is all, you know, going to be needed. Lace. What did I do with the lace? Where's my lace box? Or was I having a lace box? Probably turned that into a doily box, did I? I don't think so. But no, this has just got doily things in it, see? The lace, the bigger pieces of lace. What did I do with that? I might not have allocated myself one of those yet. Well, we'll put this in here. Look, I've got one of these. Here's another box. Because I've tried to... I must have had a box in yesterday with lace in it, did I? Yeah, I've got this one. These are more or less lace trims. They're not actually lace pieces. I meant lace pieces of fabric, okay? Okay, now, what I'm not going to need here, I'm going to have to... Do you think maybe I should just put it into one big box? No, that's not a good idea, because I'm not going to be able to find it, am I? So that's... I'll just do things and then I can put them into their sections. So that's a bit of trim, that's a bit of trim, and that's a bit of lace. Righto. This is lace trim. Well, this is a really nice piece too. I've got a bit of that, I think. A little band around that so that can go in a trim. Trim? Right. I don't think I'll use this one soon, so do I have somewhere for the... I'm not going to use it soon, please. Where's a box? I've got... It's in here, I think. Right. I'm just putting those down there. Don't panic, you will see it later when I get sorted. Now we've got bits of fabric here. Now these small pieces of calico are really handy when I'm doing a bit of stitching, aren't they? So I want to put them somewhere handy where I can, when I'm doing a bit of stitching, so I can find these pieces. So if I've got any more here, you would think so, wouldn't you? Because there's, I need a box for that. The one I just got would have been good. The one I put these lace pieces in would have been good. These bits for later. I've got a big box I can put the bits for later in. Okay, so this can be bits of calico and things that I want to do sewing on or something, you know. Right. That's the start of that one. Okay. Now, this is a bit of like a kerfuffle here. We've got some ribbon. Really nice piece too. I guess I'll use this one, won't I? I'd imagine. What do you reckon? I'll put it in the... I'm going to use it later, Bob. Okay. I haven't got time to faff about too much. I've got stuff to do. I've got lots of stuff to do. That'll go in the ribbon box. Right. I might have to twist that. I'll only put a few... I only want a few bits of ribbon, so that's why I'm only going to have this small box with it in. There's another piece in here. And then I can put in another one over there and I'll write on it what it is so I can go and get it when I need to. I'll get it when I'm, you know, so before I get started if I want to work with something on it, you know, so hope that's, I hope I've explained that. If you want to go over and watch Gail's channel, you'll see what I mean, but there's no way, I don't think I could ever get mine to be that good. I don't think I could ever do that. I'd love to do that, but see, she probably started out that way, and that's good if you look after what you're doing, and you can start out that way. has a bit of trim. It's ribbon, but it's a trim ribbon, okay? That's my interpretation of it, okay? Now, I need some of that. So we're going to put this piece down in the, I'm going to use it later box if I need some, if I run out. And that is where now, what have I done? Did I tip that out? I did, I think I put it in another pile here. I have got it in another pile there, so I'm going to leave that in that little pile. Okay, and all I've got to do is remember what I'm doing, don't I? You see what I'm doing? No, why would I show you? I'm sorry. This is a really old piece that I've actually picked off something, and nice piece of vintage. I think I'm going to put that in the lace one too, eh? These lace ones I'm quite partial to. This one here, I will definitely be using that one. That's a little doily bit or something. Oh, come on. I'm going to have to do this. I don't know how long it's going to take me. Probably all 2021. Sonya's going to be cleaning up her room, because I'm not just going to do the table. I have to do the lot, because you know, you just have to. I want to do the table first, and I will. I'm going to have to, because I can't leave this. Yeah, I've got to do it. It'll be very disappointing in me if I don't, and I will do. I'll be disappointed in me too if I can't get it done. Okay, so that's a piece of ribbon. It's a lace trim, is it? I'll put it over there. What do you think? So that can go in this box here, see? These are what I'm putting in this one. These are trims, aren't they? Yeah? You got that? Right, you got the idea of that one? Okay. I hope I'm going good. Here's another piece of trim. It's a dangly bit. I'll put that up there in a second. I'll grab it back over in a minute. Wait a minute. I've got these here bits. Now I've got a little box down here with these. Oh, come on. Don't fall down, please. Well, when you move that, the other's going to come. It's going to be like a. So I've got these little bits too that I'm going to put in this one. Okay. I don't think there's any more. I'll just sit it there. This is beautiful, isn't it? I've not used it at all, as you can see. And I'm not really sure that I will for a while, okay? I'm going to have to put that in. I'm going to find it later to use it then, okay? Because some things, you know, what I'm doing won't require that, I don't think, at all. I have got a few bits and pieces there that I'm going to throw into a grab bag, okay? And I'll put it on my Etsy. I need to say that I was talking on my other video about, this is a small bit, about the fact that I couldn't get my money that Lynn had paid to me, right? Now I know Lynn paid it, and I'm sorry, Lynn, if you think that I thought you didn't, because I know you did, because it was in my shop, in my, is that ribbon? Yeah, it'll do. And, oh, hubby's out there mowing again. Anyway, I'll just stop a second because I can't concentrate. I'm sorry, Lynn, the money was there. The only issue was it was in my PayPal account and it would not go to my bank. Every time I put it to my bank, it flicked it back. And I rang them and I talked to everybody about it, and they told me that it was their issue. So it's okay. I know you paid for it. You have got it. I have shipped it to you. So please don't panic. And I'm sorry if I've upset you in any way with you know, to you worrying about that, but it definitely was there, and it was just not going into my bank account. So they told me I could just spend it on PayPal, because they haven't fixed the issue with that yet. I don't know whether it's only my bank or what, but it's just really annoying. It's not the bank that's doing it. It's supposed to be PayPal's fault, so I don't know. But anyway, it's all right. So whatever I buy from now, whatever I sell from now on will be sold through my Etsy, because that's got nothing to do then with PayPal, and it's always worked okay for me. So I will do a couple of grab bags. I will show you the contents and then I'll put them up. The postage to America is $21 under 500 grams. Over that, it will double. Because I talked to the lady in the post office yesterday. I was only going to charge $16 postage, but I can't do that, because if I do that, and then I'm sorry for saying these things, but I need just to know that it's not my doing. I'm not trying to get more money off you. The post office wants more money off me, so it's okay. Australian things are about $9 to ship, and over to America or the United States is $21, under 500 grams, okay? So if I put up anything, that'll be the postage, all right? I can't put, if I put up free postage, Australian will be paying more than, I don't understand how it works, but I just might post to Australia, okay? I might just send to Australia because I don't want to upset anybody with the amount of money that it costs for postage. It's too much of a worry to people. Okay, so now I want to put this, which is really nice old piece of stuff, and I should put this on a card or something, maybe, I don't know, and then I can stand it up in something. What I can do, should I do that? And then I can see it, because I'm following what Gail did. She doesn't mind, but I'm having a look at what she's done, and I'm trying to, you know, do mine in that same way. Okay, so I'm going to leave these aside, and I'll do that when you're not here, because that'll be painful for you. Because I left this the day before yesterday and haven't been back in here. Only this morning because I had to go out yesterday, and because it makes too long of a day for me if I've got to do too much stuff, but hopefully I can get more done. I have the fan going and I hope that's not bothering you, but I can't deal without it. Can't do without it. Now here's another roll of this stuff. Now I don't need 2 rolls of this stuff, do I? No. We'll see, one I'm going to do stamping on. I'm going to stamp things on it, and I've already got one packet in here. Like, see, there you go. We've already got one of those, so we don't need that one too, do we? So we'll put that in the, I might use that later basket. Okay. Now, square bits. Square. You know I love bits, don't you? You know. But like I said, I'm going to do a couple of grab bags. And if anybody wants sorts of things, you know. And this one here, I've got a bit of this in one of those. Or maybe I just thought I rolled it up yesterday and I might not have. No, I haven't rolled it up yet. It isn't in there at all. That was all in my mind then. Could have sworn I did that. I slept so good last night. Oh dear. I have, that'll go into the lace one. Lace ones, that can go in there. Right. This one here is a wide lace that probably I won't use, I don't think, like soon. Okay. So I'm going to put that in. I might use you later. This one here is absolute. Oh, I love that. Oh, that's a bit of that. I love this. This is gorgeous, isn't it? Absolutely gorgeous. You know what I'm doing? I'm making the grab bag too now as I go. So, oops. Because I need to share a bit. So that'll go in the trim one. Whee! Stay there. Don't roll down on top of me. This is a piece of that. That's interesting. There's fluff. Let's roll this one up. I'm sorry if it's not exciting. I used to be watching this, but it's actually I quite like watching other people put stuff away. It makes me feel like I should do mine. Makes me feel really guilty. I love this. This is the most beautiful piece of embroidery, isn't it? Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I'm going to just put that over there in the things, you know. I'm not going to keep that here because I won't cut that up. I will not cut that up. I've got a little pile here of little fabrics and things, you know. Little square bits and stuff like that. And there's a bit of velvet, and there's a thing, and there's a bit of that. There's a bit of that. Oh dear, this is going to be a grab bag. Okay, alright, that's good. It's getting rid of a couple of things anyway. This is nice, eh? I feel bad when I want to keep it myself, though. But I do. I need to keep this myself. I might be able to find another bit for you somewhere. That's going to go on the lace one. Here's some blue lace. Here's a tassel-y type thing. I've had this since the year dot. Not might like it, I don't know. I'm not real keen on the colour of that. Keep that in case I need some of that parcel. And I've got this one here too, which I've had a really lot of this for a really long time. I use a bit. I've actually been using a bit on me journals on the sides of pages. It looks really good on the sides of the pages. Okay, so we'll roll that up in there. We'll put this one in here as well. These are nice to make flowers out of. And I will have a flower making pile eventually. So I'm going to take this off here. Get the pin out of it. Put it in the bin, I hope, so I don't miss the bin. And I'll have this little bit of pink here. That's a nice bit of pink. Okay, right. Okay, that's a nice piece, isn't it? Right. I'm putting it over there, people. Look at me go. I'm getting rid of it. That's just a piece of... cut off something. Bin, trim stuff. Whoops. These are nice. That's a lovely embroidery. That's a silk... bit of silk thread there. Do I have more of this? I might do. So here's me laces that I'm doing so far. Put that in there. Right. This ribbon's nice. I'm going to keep this piece of ribbon. It's only got sticky tape on it, so it can go in that one. This one's just a white lace. Yeah, that's a nice lace though, isn't it, too? Yeah, it's a very nice lace. Put a little bit of band on it. It's a nice piece of vintage stuff. That's a vintage piece of ribbon. Ironed out, that'd look really cool. It's really nice to be ironed out. Here is a piece of green seam binding, which I can never find my seam binding. Is it okay to put that in the ribbon dish? I suppose it would be. I love greens. I don't know why I haven't used this, but I probably couldn't find it, to be honest. It's just all thrown in here together. It was all wrapped up nice and everything when I got it. So I'm sure somebody gifted this to me a really long time ago. Really long time ago. It's probably been in every spot in the craft room. Oh, sorry, I'm not in the shot here. Okay, I'll put this in the ribbon, because it's like a ribbon thing, isn't it? And this here's fabric, which I wanted to do the... Yes, I'm going to put this in with my fabric pieces. Then I'm going to tear myself and make strips so I can have them to put on stuff, okay? I'm going to put them on cards. Where's another bit I was going to put on the card? What do I do with that? How could I have lost that, Sonya? Really? You didn't put it on, I'm going to do it later. No, I didn't either. What did I do with it? Anybody tell me where that went? Oh, it's here. Right. Here we go. These here I want to put onto cards, and then I'm going to stand them up in a box so I can see them to use them, okay? That's what they're for. Now, a bit of lace, a bit more lace. Oh, my fingernail. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to cut this off because it's getting caught on everything. It's getting caught on everything. Okay. Sorry about this. I'm still here. Hope you're still helping me. You probably haven't seen anything different than what you haven't seen yesterday. This is a nice bit. This is a piece of sari silk. This is a bit of trim. There's a bit of fabric trim. I'll have that piece and put it on the thing. There's a bit of a elasticy one. They're handy if you want a bit of elasticy one. I've actually only emptied the one box onto here that I had stuff in because I thought, well, I'll use it to put other stuff in. This is a piece of trim, isn't it? So this can go in the trim box. Actually, this is a jar. there's a jar with, isn't there, with this sort of stuff in it? What do I do with that jar? Come on, you must be here somewhere. Can't find it. What do I do with that jar? I've got one up the top there, but I had one with little flowers and that in it. Remember, and I was really excited to find it. It must be under here somewhere. Okay, I'll leave that there in another little pile for little bits of flowery bits, because then I've got another bit with little bits of flowery bits here. This is interesting. I might put that in, I don't know about that at the moment, pile. What's done with that jar with them things in it? Oh dear. It was only 2 days ago. You'd think it was a year since I'd been in here. Okay, bit of that. This is for doily piece, maybe trim. Maybe a trim bit. That can be a trim bit. This is awesome. Love this piece. Oh, I do love this bit. Yeah, this is a frilly trim bit, isn't it? Frilly trim bit. Let me sit up there. I've got things falling all over me everywhere here. Bin. Fabric pieces. What was I doing with them? Oh, down in there. Right. What about the small ones? Where was I putting the small fabric pieces? Righto. Lace. Now I've got that little box with the little bits in it. That's going to have to start there. These little bottles I have to put beads in. That is Velcro spots. This is, oh wow, you hold your stockings up. Excuse me, with these. I used to have to wear these at school. These weren't mine. These are something I'm going to try and put into a junk journal, I think. There's got to be a set of drawers here somewhere I can use for that sort of stuff, I think. I'm going to have to work on that, aren't I? Righto. Yeah, so I'll work my way towards that. There's more of that there. These are little cut-off pieces of fabric that I can stamp on. There's a twinchy. Maybe a little box of strings. Velcro. I've got a Velcro place over yonder, but I need one here, don't I? Over yonder. Ah dear, I don't know where I got that from. A needle. I've got a needle box, a needle drawer full of needles. Okay, so there's another flowery thing. Alright, so there's a flower pile there, sort of. Actually, these can go in that one there, can't they? Look, I can sit those in there for a time being, see? Hope you've seen what I was showing you. Then you can tell me where I've lost them. This is a mushroom I made a few years back now. His little mushroom. He's pretty cool, isn't he? I like that. Hubby seen him the other day. He said, oh, look at your mushroom. I said, yep, that was there a long time ago, that was. More material bits. Another good piece of, what's that stuff called? Cheesecloth, maybe? I've got it written on a piece of paper up there above my head because I never remember what it's called. So these are leaves. Leaves can go in that. Leaves, see, leaves. They can go in this flowery one. Here's a piece of, what's the name? Sari silk. I'll stick that in the grab bag, eh? That'll be fun. No good having a grab bag if you haven't got nothing good in it. Okay, so we'll have this piece of lace rolled with everything else. Alright. Blue pieces of lace. I like blue pieces. I don't have a lot of blue pieces. And I do like to use them in things. Oops. Well, he broke already, so he's not going to be... But see, these shouldn't be too bad. Hopefully I can get something done with them before. Now, this is actually pulled off of that, I think, because that was gathered. So I pulled this off and I ended up with this bit of trim and the bit of lace, flat lace. So I can put that Those can go together. In case I want to use something like that. Now we'll put these into here. So we've got a bit of blue and a bit of purple. I do not want this too full because I want to be able to find what's in there, don't I? We do want to be able to find what's in there. Right, come here. Little flower, little flower, little flower. Piece of fabric trim. This is awesome. I love this piece. This goes in the flower trim pile too. I'll do a video on that yard too for that man. Well, you know, because I think it's really beautiful and I think I'd like to show you what it's like. Hear him spend a lot of time out there fixing it up. Now these little bits will go in here, so they're all going into that one there. Right. Probably took these out to do something with and didn't use them, see, so they got stuck and lost on my table here. Stuck and lost. Okay, that bit. A little bit doily bit. Still got lots of thread on this table too. I've got to do something with. I will work that out. This is a beautiful piece. I'm going to put that over here. It's stretchy, but it's really nice, isn't it? I don't mind if it's stretchy. You just don't stretch it when you're using it unless you want to put it on something that's got to have it stretchy. I just threw that up in there. Now, these sort of things I've kept because I thought, well, I could add them to me slow stitching or something, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep this piece. It's got velvet on one side and there's buttonhole things on there. So that's an interesting piece. What do you do with those? Sonia, what do you do with interesting? I don't know, but I found the lace box there, right? Interesting pieces, they can go on something. I'll find something to put them on. Okay. Right. This bit is rolled up on the thing. Don't think I'm going to use that bit, to be honest. Got nothing to use it for at the time being. Okay, that's a nice bit of lace. Nice bit of lace, nice bit of lace. A bit of lace there, that goes in that one over there. Bit of fabric trim there. Bit of material, I don't know if it's any good for anything. I've got these. I've got a box for Rick Rack, so I'm going to put that in my Rick Rack container. It's not that far away from you. It was the other day. Okay, what have I done with you? I'll find it. I will find it. We won't pay. Oh, there's a little jar with the flowers in it. Sitting there just absolutely nearly looking at me it is, but anyway, it's okay. We'll just have two. These are beautiful, these laces in here. These trims. I have to have a couple of those, I suppose. I don't really need much more in there, do I? That's my that's my opinion. I'm just saying it because I don't feel bad about how much I'm keeping. But if I don't put it there, I'm not going to be able to use it, am I? Really? Okay. Right. Whoops. That's a bit vintage, that piece. It's only a very fine bit. Those two pieces, I'll just put an elastic on them together. Where's the elastics? Run out now, have I? Only out of this pile. There's still more in a box. Here we are. Right. Hope you can see what I'm doing. Somebody yell out, Sonia, move over if you can't, please. Ribbon. Piece of ribbon. I think it'll stay rolled. And that's probably how I get in a mess. Underestimating the ribbon. Come on. Now this here, it can be cut off into circles, can't it? You know, you can cut out little circles with this. Or you can put it into a doily pile or something. I might leave it. I'll just put some in this box here. Save me having to have the whole piece. Whoops. Nearly killed that bit. And then if I want a couple of round things, I can have them. Isn't that right? Oh my goodness, the time was going really fast, isn't it? I've got 10 minutes. Sorry everybody. I'm just going to have to come back and make another video doing more though, because I've got to do this. It's important that I do this, so for my own health. My own health. Because you know what? I wasn't even worried the other night when I went to bed. I thought, oh, wow, I'm starting to clean up my room. And then I'm looking here in front of me, right? I can see this. And then when you come in the door, you can see the whole story, and it's scary. It's a scary story. It really is. I feel bad, as I keep saying. I do have a terrible tendency to repeat myself, don't I? Anyway, that's going in there. Oh, I like this piece. This is a nice piece of trim. I can see where I've cut off a bit of that to put on something else, eh? Well, that's a piece we can keep, that bit. Okay. Now, right, we're doing all right. We're doing okay. We're doing okay, Sonia. Nobody panic. I just feel like I'm not getting anywhere. Look at this. This is neat, isn't it? There's a piece cut off the... I'll put that in the doily pile. Piece cut off the mats. I've got them placemats. And this is nice too, this piece, but it's a little bit wide. Don't know if I'd use much of that. I can just cut some off, can't I? Yeah. Okay. Is this lace-ish? Sort of, I guess. Lace-ish. What is that's a word, isn't it, Sonia? That's a bit. This is a doily thing, right? That can go there. Cheesecloth. Look at it. Isn't it gorgeous? I'm going to put that on a piece of card. Maybe on the next video we might do that. Put some of those bits on a piece of card. Now these pieces I've had for ever so long. They were gifted to me by a really nice lady over in England. I'm sure that's who gave that to me. I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I'm going to put them in here because I don't remember having these things, you see. I don't remember owning this stuff, so, or where it is either. I don't know where it is as well. So let's do a little bit more trim for a minute. And then I'll come back on here and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. Oh, look at that. There's another piece of that. Oh, it might be different. That's a bit of trim. And that blue bit and that bit. And this piece here. Where's my little bands? Should have seen if I could have found some of these little bands yesterday. If I wanted them, I didn't want them. There'd be heaps of them in the shops, but... Oh, dear. They can go in there with them because they're like a ribbon, aren't they? And that's what that other one's in there. It is. Now look, these are the stems off flowers that I kept. But you know why? Because they're velvet. Not actually velvet, but they're really old and they're really cool. I kept them because, oh dear, I don't know. I just kept them so they're there. Okay, so I'm going to put these into this one. So I haven't got a lot in there yet of the trim bits, but I will. I'll get there. Nobody panic. Okay. Oh, I love this. Isn't this beautiful? Well, I've got a lace bit. I've got my lace box just there. Nobody worry about that. It's there. The big pieces of lace, that is. Now, this is a piece of trim somebody sent me still in the packet. Beautiful. Isn't that nice bit of lace? Oh, goodness me, that's gorgeous, isn't it? You wouldn't need to keep that, would you, Sonia? Use it. You need to use it. Maybe you can keep the packet for a journal. I can go over there in paper piles. And this is beautiful. Look at that lace. Wow. Oh my goodness me. It's vintage. Definitely vintage. Okay. Right, let's roll this one up and put it in the pile. Can't really keep it all, can I? You've got to use it. You've got to use this. Isn't it pretty? I don't know what on, but I will. I'll use it on something. Okay, so I'm going to go because see, I don't want this to turn off and you miss what's going on. Right, got that bit there that can go in there. Better go, Sonia, just go. Another piece of this, flatten it out, Sonia. See, I haven't got all my stuff wrecked, only some things that I get down and I put it in, like I said, I put it, take it out, put it on the table, and then don't get back to fixing it. This is awesome, this piece here, I love this piece of stuff. I bought this by the truckload one time. I think I'll be getting more soon. I don't know if I've ordered any more yet, so it's just the most dear little piece. It's just the right for everything, you know. Anything you want to use, it's good for going on it. And at least I don't have to be careful. Well, I do, but if I roll it up like that, it'll still stay nice, won't it? And that's going in the trim box. Okay, so I'm going to go now, and I'm going to come back on here, and I'm going to show you what I want to do with these other pieces. And then, like I said, I'm going to put all the stuff that I'm not going to be using for a while or whatever, I'm going to put it over in the other part of the room, just put it in the boxes behind me. So thank you everybody for watching, and I'll be back shortly with another one of these videos. Okay, talk to you later, bye bye.